everybody. Welcome to Queens of the Ring. My name is Sarah, and I am here with my wonderful, beautiful, smart, biggest AJ Styles fan in history co host, Denise.
Hey Sarah, how are you doing? It's so good to finally
I'm
have you back.
good.
Oh my
Thank
God, I'm
you.
so glad to see you're doing better.
Yes, I'm doing a lot better. Like I've told Mitch I feel like I'm not quite 100%, but I'm feeling loads
Good.
better. Loads better back to work, so that's good thing too. So just very exhausted from working being back to work and working all day. It's like, oh my gosh, I
Mhm.
really could use a nap when I
Literally,
get home.
it's like I have to do this every single day. What the
It's like,
hell?
gosh. I'm like, I'm so tired. Oh, I struggled to stay up for the entire episode of Raw last night. I so wanted to fall asleep, but hey,
Hey
Robert, how are you?
RB.
RV, thank you for joining us here. I'm doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. Lot better. So had some health issues going on, but everything's been. I'm just kind of waiting to get fully better, but doing a lot better than I was that's for sure. Um, but yeah, I was totally struggling hard to stay awake during Raw last night, but I wanted to because I wanted to see that cage match with Seth Rollins
Mhm.
and Punk, and ooh, that did not disappoint.
No, it did not. I just the way it
Hey,
ended there
Wesley.
was really Roman. You couldn't have waited till they were done.
Yeah, Robert, I ended up having a reaction to a medication that caused vertigo and anxiety attacks of all things. Um, so my doctor finally, after two separate visits to the ER, doctor was like, "Yeah, you're not working. Like this needs to get figured out." So I was finally allowed to go back to work this week yesterday. So yeah, very happy to be back at work and still dealing with some issues related to that, but doing a lot better than I was. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm excited to get back and start doing this now. So I did Elimination
Mhm.
Chamber with Mitch and Nick and Mac, and it was so nice to see them and everything, get to watch that with them. I was so sad you weren't there with us though.
Yeah, and then it turned out into a shit show. I can explain everything.
Oh no.
We're done.
I'm
Oh yeah, Saturday turned into a
I
shit
am
show.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. Yeah, you can tell me about that offline. Yeah, I agree, Robert. I'm really surprised that there wasn't any blood in the match. That's one thing
Mhm.
I was very surprised at. Um, both of them, or I guess neither of them, really taking the opportunity to leave the cage when they had clear opportunity to escape or do a pinfall. It just, I believe it, of course, it's adding to the story between these two, the hatred, the
Mhm.
vitriol they have for each other. It was cool. I mean, they both are awesome. Like, those are two of my favorite wrestlers. And I thought they both did an excellent job, but it was weird because I'm like, okay, where's Roman? Where's Roman? Where is he? 'Cause he's probably gonna pop out. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him since the Rumble. Where's Roman? Where's Roman? All of a sudden, I heard the crowds. Where the people were
Well,
screaming. I'm
yes,
like, okay, Roman's off.
he's
Roman's off
here.
camera. He's here. He's off camera. They weren't gonna, and I'm glad they didn't give him like the entrance with this music and all of that.
Yeah,
That would have just, I think it was much more effective having him just come
show
down
up.
and grab Rollins from behind. And that curb stomp he gave to Rollins, holy cow, that looked brutal on the
Mm.
floor outside the ring. But you know what? Turnabout's fair play.
Yep, exactly. Tit for tat.
Yep.
Did you?
I just don't want them to have a triple threat match. I really want Punk to have his own match, a one-on-one match where he's main events WrestleMania. I think he deserves it, especially since he's been back. I think he's earned it. I
Yeah.
mean, I really do. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can't deny how amazing everything's been going for him. How
Mhm.
well he's been doing such a great job. that since he's been back, and I think it's really shut up a lot of his haters from
Yes.
W to now being here. It's like, maybe it wasn't all Punk's fault. You know, it takes two to tango. So you can't put that entire all those situations just on one person. You know,
Mhm.
two parties for things like that to happen. So
Exactly.
yeah, I agree. I think it would be great if we got Punk and Roman in a one-on-one match, especially after seeing Roman's reaction to Paul Heyman literally just talking to Punk in the ring last night. Like he just went off. They got very jealous.
Yeah, yeah. For real. He did. I was like, whoa. I
Very
thought he was gonna
jealous.
like go after Paul too. I was like, go.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, what is he mad at? Because I didn't get it at first. I'm like, what has he got that mad face for? Like, what is he
Yeah.
mad about? Like, he just stomped out Seth Rollins. And then I'm like, well, maybe he's mad because he's being stopped from doing it on the steel stairs. So I thought maybe that's why he had the mad face on. And then I'm like, oh, he's mad because Punk's talking to Paul Heyman. I'm like, dude, get over yourself.
Self, right?
Get over yourself, dude. Come
There's
on now.
enough ball for everybody.
No kidding. You know something interesting before we get to our first topic? Something interesting that I heard today is that Paul Heyman has been working behind the scenes very heavily with Braun Breaker and
No shit.
helping him develop his character work, helping him develop his promo skills, which I'm like very happy to hear about because Braun Breaker's got like the physicality part of it down. Like he doesn't need any help with the athleticism or the
No.
physicality part. He is a little needs some work on the promos, you know, making it within them sounding more natural, not so
Yeah.
scripted.
Yes.
Um
Yes, exactly.
yeah, yeah. So he's definitely he pretty much is. It's like, what are we gonna have Paul on a pole match at WrestleMania? Fighting for the
Who gets
custody of
ownership of
Paul
Paul?
Heyman. Fighting for custody of Paul Heyman. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, well, that's the cool thing. It's like I really feel like, hey David, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
It's
Um,
good to see
so
you here.
I really feel like now we're gonna see because it's only what 7 weeks to WrestleMania or six
Yeah, they
weeks. So
said
it's like I
39 days.
so it's like we are really gonna see them start ramping things up, especially because basically the road to WrestleMania from here on out is all going to be done overseas. And you know,
Yeah.
the overseas crowds do not disappoint. So I think they want to, WWE, they want to bring good shows to those fans overseas. So
Mhm.
the OTTR network, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it's been, I mean, and I also want to say that the Punk Rollins match last night, I kind of thought most of Raw was kind of boring.
Yeah, no, it was.
I thought it was kind of boring, and maybe that's why I was also having trouble staying
Trouble
awake.
sale.
I was like, oh, it's AJ Styles, yay! I'm like, Denise is gonna be so happy. But I was like, okay, now I'm really sleepy again. I'm like, oh, but I want to see their match, so I like forced, like, put toothpicks in my eyes, like
Eyes
forcing
to keep
myself to stay
open.
awake. You know, it's like, oh my goodness gracious. But
I know that feeling all too well. Been there.
oh my goodness. But Punk's promo last week on Raw, where he came out,
Yeah.
holy crap. And I said, when I was texting you and Mitch, I'm like, I laughed my ass off when he's like, hey, Dwayne, you bald fraud. That made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh my God, he just called him a bald fraud.
You're
Like,
bald fraud.
this is freaking hilarious. Like, he was off on one. And that is the part of CM Punk that I like to see.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know,
Punk don't hold back. Punk ain't shy.
uh-uh, no, 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 and then going in after John Cena, and I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like it was hit. That promo was so amazing. My only gripe is I wish he could have gotten to talk to about Seth a little bit more before Seth came out. That's
Yeah.
my only gripe with it is I wish he would have been able to go in on Seth a little bit more. But I don't think perhaps it wasn't necessary because everybody knows how much they hate each other. So it probably wasn't necessary. But yeah, so there's just so much good stuff happening, and finally, because it was kind of a bit slow moving at 1st, approaching the basically since the beginning of the year, it's been a bit slow moving. I thought the Rumble was great. I enjoyed the Rumble very much. Elimination Chamber was, I liked everything except that ladies tag match. I was not a fan of that. There were so many botches in that thing. I'm like, why? Why?
I
Why
only
did
enjoyed it because it had Trish, because I love Trish. So
yes, but I'm just like, why do we need to see Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax for the umpteenth time?
Exactly.
We've seen it. We've been there, done that multiple times. Like, it's not necessary. Can we please move on from this? You know, I mean, she was botchy, Trish was botchy, Tiffy was botchy. They all four ladies were making botches.
Yeah.
And it just, yeah. But it was nice. I mean, for a woman who's 50 years old and can still get down in the ring like that, you can't, that's why Trish is one of the greatest, is because she can still do it. She can still, it might not look the greatest, but she can still get in there and do it.
Yes,
so, but yeah. But I thought Elimination Chamber was super fun. Good pace, not overly long, which was very nice. So
yeah,
one of the good thing about WWE pay-per-views is, or PLEs, is I still call it pay-per-view, is that they don't like drag them out for super long. It's not like a 6-hour show.
No, that's too much.
I wouldn't like that. It would be too much. It'd be hard to keep people's attention, and no, thank you. No, thank you. So, yeah, speaking of Elimination Chamber, our first topic of the evening,
Mitchell, please,
is we are wanted to mention John Cena's heel turn. I think that's the first one. John Cena's heel turn at Elimination Chamber. So, which came at the end of the night, which after seeing it, I kind of figured it was going to be at the end of the night. Cody's promo situation with The Rock.
And everything, yep.
I'm like, it's going to be at the end of the night because it's The Rock. It's the bald fraud, Dwayne. So of course it's going to go on last, but I'm like, it's a promo. It doesn't need to go in the middle or anything.
Yeah.
I think it would cause too much of a distraction because people wanted to see what happened, what Cody's answer was and everything. And I think it would have been too much of a distraction to put it like in between the matches and everything. It just wouldn't work. So, but after seeing it, I understand why they put that at the end, because I think everybody's jaws were dropped. Like, oh my God. And I will fully admit, and Mitchell say, I was right. I called it. I was right. And you were. Yes, Mitch. You were.
Shut the hole in your face, Mitchell.
But I will admit I was wrong. I'm like, I just can't imagine they're going to turn him heel after 21 years of being a babyface. Like, I don't exactly know how that's going to work, how that would work, but
I guess we're going to see. It's going to be.
I guess we'll wait and see. Yeah. What did you think?
I mean, like, as I was thinking, I was talking to Mitch, I was like, wasn't the last time he was a heel was during his Thugonomic time or whatever? And he confirmed. Yeah. Like, okay, that's what I thought. But honestly, I mean, I mean, like, I'm just there. I don't like John Cena. I don't dislike John Cena. I'm just kind of there. But I mean, outside of I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But outside of Cody telling Rock to go fuck himself, I was just like, that was fantastic. I did enjoy seeing Cody get the ever shit beat out of him. That was my
I'm
other.
honestly surprised they didn't bleep Cody.
I was like, thank you, Jesus. They did. I was like, thank
I
you.
mean, he dropped an F bomb with a
F-bomb.
capital F.
I was
I
like,
am
yes.
shocked they didn't. I am shocked they didn't
No
bleep him out.
bleeping. But honestly, I wasn't expecting it. Like, then again, I mean, like, I wasn't even really thinking about it because, as everybody knows, it's like it's John Cena. He's always the good guy. Everybody loves him. So I didn't really think anything of it. But like when he was in the background, kind of like, Cody, don't do this. Like, don't like give in to Brock's whims and everything. Like that I was expecting and everything else, but I'm like, I know you're not really gonna think that Cody's gonna do this and everything, but it's just like you never really, not everybody's gonna be thinking, oh, like he's with The Rock right now, but like he's doing a very good job at playing it, like playing fake that he's not and everything. So like when he low blowed Cody, I was just like, did that just fucking happen? I was like, what is going on? Holy crap. Heel John Cena, what? This should be interesting.
Yeah, it'll definitely put a new spin. I mean, and I'm sure Cena probably wanted to do something different since this is his last year, wrestling full time and everything. He wanted to do something different. Apparently, I heard that John Cena was told back in, I think it was 2012, that they were going to turn him heel. So they had new gear, a new theme song, like everything. And then he was told a few days prior that, oh, wait, now it's not happening. So Vince McMahon said, yeah, it's going to happen. And they went through all the trouble of redoing a brand new theme song for him and new gear and all of that. And then Vince McMahon just changed his mind. And
of course he did.
And did it. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this. I mean, and him, a lot of people are complaining that that Cena is not around for Raw or SmackDown or anything, and I'm like, yeah, because that totally plays into being a heel. He's not going to show up when the fans want him to show up. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be there for that. So, but he'll be there next week. He'll be up. I think they said Raw next week in Brussels. I think it's at.
Yes, I think that's where it is.
I think that's where it is. So, yeah, I thought Cena's heel turn. Like I said, I did not think they were gonna have the balls to turn him heel after 21 years of being a baby face. But when you were describing what you thought, something that I just realized is that if Cena wasn't involved in like turning heel, if he wasn't involved in some way with what Cody and The Rock had going on, he would have left the ring. He wouldn't have stayed in the ring like that. So I just realized that. I'm like, oh, you're right. He was there and kind of in the background. You see him going like this and cheering for Cody and all of that. And I'm like, seems a bit overkill.
Yeah, for me,
I remember thinking that. I was like,
he's still in the ring. Like he has no purpose in this. But then again, yep, it all makes sense.
Yep. So then, like I said, hindsight's 2020. You think about those things, but Travis Scott being in the ring, I'm sorry, the guy looks like an emaciated chicken wing to me. He looks like a super skinny chicken wing.
Oh my god!
Like I'm sorry, but you are not a trained professional wrestler. You have absolutely no business being in the ring, much less doing moves. I don't care if Cody Rhodes. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. But like if what these men and women do, like they put their bodies they put their health on the line for our entertainment. Um,
Yep.
and you really have to know what you're doing when you're doing any kind of move. You know, you have to be properly trained for, and you got to be safe. And I think he has absolutely no business being in a wrestling ring, much less doing, performing any kind of moves, you know. So I thought it was very interesting after the fact when they, stories were coming out, oh, he's been training and blah, blah, blah. The point is he's training, he's not trained.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to be fully trained before before he's in a ring. They did the same thing with Bad Bunny. They did the same thing with Logan Paul. They should not be letting people who have not been fully through training to just go into a ring like that and be doing stuff. I don't care if Cody told him it was okay or not. Like, I wouldn't personally, as a manager, I'd be like, no, that's not safe.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird as hell that he came out at first before The Rock. And I'm like, well, maybe he's just like walking Rock to the ring like he did that time with Jey Uso on Raw.
Yes.
Yes. Wesley, I agree. I agree. I can't wait to see him get his butt whooped.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies. Oh my gosh, it's so funny when he puts that on Twitter, because whenever somebody says that, I'm like, you have to hear it in the Val Venus voice. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Oh yeah, Kyle, I completely agree. Like, as a person, I think Logan Paul not a great person. I mean, I won't deny that he's good in the ring and he's talented and everything, but you need to be doing it full time. It shouldn't be. That's the one thing that irritates the crap out of me about Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. You cannot. You should absolutely 100% unequivocally not have any title on somebody that is a part-timer. It is not fair to the rest of the rosters that you're basically holding that title hostage because you're never there to defend it.
Exactly.
So, oh, good. Shiz. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, yeah. Like I said, he's got a receipt coming. Travis Scott has got a receipt coming. And, ooh, boy, he better watch out. Yeah, it just, you're right. Like, all the product placement, I'm like, it is very annoying, and it's Brock Lesnar being the I know, yes.
Bork.
Yes. Bork Laser. I know.
Bork.
That yeah, that it's like, why? You're taking opportunities away from other men and women who are there busting their butts, constantly trying to improve on themselves, where you take your title and go home. It's like, really?
Yep.
It just, did not like that at all. But yeah, I mean, Logan Paul is very good. I think he could be better. He's not very good promo wise. But yeah, I mean, Cena's heel turn, oh my gosh, that just, so cool. Just super duper cool that this is the route that we're on. It's going to be very interesting to see how the overseas crowd reacts to him, because they absolutely love John Cena. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they react to him over the next few weeks of Raw and Smack. I'm sure he'll be on SmackDown too. But yeah, it's it'll be really interesting to see how they react to him. One thing that made me laugh last night, really quick, since people in the chat brought up Logan Paul, he was getting the crap booed out of him last night, just like Dominic, I started laughing at that so hard because I'm like, oh my God, this is just like when it comes out, he can't even get a word out on the bike. And now New Day, they get the same reaction too.
Yes.
You know, it just, oh my, but when they did it to Logan Paul, it made my heart, made my heart grow fonder. I'm like, oh yes, people, please boo this man out of the building. He's not a nice. Just boo, please boo him out of the building.
And I just love how he got shamed. Like, I don't like, because me and Mitch were talking about earlier, like the comedian, the one guy, like.
Oh yeah, that Andrew something
is, yes. Like how, hey, but like how he was just shaming the shit out of Logan before AJ.
Oh, it was so funny. It was
my God, I was
funny.
just like, burn.
He's like, yeah, Logan, nobody's here to see you. No.
Nobody cares about
New York.
you.
This is New York.
Yep.
Nobody is here to see you. He was just so like matter of fact about it. I think that's what I thought was the funniest part to me is he was just so deadpan and matter of fact about it. Oh my gosh, that had me rolling. I was laughing so hard at that.
And I'm
guy.
just like waiting.
Oh my God.
And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm like, he's coming out at some point because Logan's
I know.
There he is. Here he comes to the
Although, you know, Mitch is backstage being our producer. Yes. So Mitch is here. He is backstage being our producer for us, which is fantastic. We appreciate very much. I was really surprised though, like that comedian guy a lot, you know, he did a lot more than I thought they were going to do with him, like as far as physical like stuff. I really didn't think they were going to do as much physical stuff with him as they did. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, the New Day heel turn, I agree, Kyle. It was done very well, but I just, you know, it's like for me, I'm like, you didn't have to go that hard on Big E. Like you really didn't. But I think that's also part of why people have the reaction to them now that they do is because of them being just brutal to Big E. And everybody loves Big E. Like he's wonderful. I love watching him on like pre-show. He's so good and he's funny and he's great. And I really do hope that someday he can come back.
Yes, I hope so too.
Oh, so mustard! Oh my God, yes. Yes, I am back. I've made my grand return, everybody. So, you know, Kyle, I hope so too. I mean, it's great that he does the pre-show, but I think he would be a fantastic substitute. For example, like when Pat McAfee has to go back and do College Game Day, I think he would be great as a replacement for Pat. Yes, I think he'd be a great replacement for Pat with the comedy, you know, the funny aspect of it. And plus he's a trained wrestler. So I mean, he'd be able to do that part of it too, you know, calling the moves and doing play-by-play, and he'd be great just as a commentator, period. I think he would be a wonderful replacement for Pat when he goes back to do College Game Day. Yeah. For sure. Definitely makes sense. See, now I'm the opposite. I don't mind Pat. I think Pat is hilarious. I really like how it seems like he really has gotten Michael Cole. Now, part of this is because Vince isn't there anymore, but I really like how he's gotten Michael Cole to like loosen up a bit and kind of come out of his shell a little. And he's just there having a good time, which I don't mind. Some of the stuff he does is very, very goofy, but you know what? He's there to, you know, interact with the crowd and everything, and I'm okay with it. Like I really don't mind him. So, ooh, Mitch, go up to your last comment. He says Big E is going to cost the New Day their match at Mania. I hope that's the case. I really do hope that that is the case. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yes, I think that would be really cool. Different way for him to be involved and in WrestleMania other than just the pre-show or the post-show or whatever. Like it would be, I think that would be super cool.
I don't know you shit. Get the fuck out of here. If you get it right, I'm sending you brownies with nuts in them. That's what you get.
Oh my God.
Nothing's changed.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I'm so glad. Oh my God, I'm so glad. Get it right, Denise owes me money. Yeah, right. Like that's gonna ever happen. Give me a break.
No.
Give me a whole break. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But yeah, so I think there's gonna be lots of cool stuff happening over the next few weeks. I just hope that whatever momentum is built up during the road to WrestleMania and then at WrestleMania, I really hope that they keep up with it because it seemed like, especially last year, it was like build up, build up, build up, build up, and WrestleMania happens and everything's wonderful and everybody's freaking out and we're all loving life, and then all of a sudden it just things just kind of took a nosedive. And I really hope that's not the case with WrestleMania this year. I really hope they keep the I really hope they keep the momentum up for sure. So did you read what David said? Denise will give you a kick, Mitch.
Yep.
And she totally would. If she could kick him through the computer screen, she would.
Oh, yeah, I would. Oh, I would. And he knows it too.
Right. Yeah, the heel turn, like I said, I was like, there's no way I just don't think they're going to do it. But they did it, and it was very unexpected. Totally understand why they saved it to the end of the show after, all the great matches we had at Elimination Chamber. I mean, the ladies' chamber match was awesome.
Yes.
I believe it was so good. And I was like, I honestly don't care who wins, just as long as it's not Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
She just had the title. She doesn't need the title again. Like, please, God, no. Do not let my worst nightmare come true. Like, she does not need the title again.
No,
so I didn't care who won as long as it wasn't her. I figured it wouldn't be Roxanne Perez because I'm like, dude, she still hasn't even been officially called up to the main roster yet. So they're not going to give it to her. And Bayley just won at WrestleMania. So I'm like, it's not going to be Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be between Bianca and Naomi, which then, let's see. Kyle says the Rock and Cena need to be given a good team name, like the Break-A-Wish Foundation, where they slam some kid through a table. You know what I heard? WWE, they trademarked Break-A-Wish, the term Break-A-Wish. So I think they're going to use that in the storyline for Cena's heel turn. I'm like, oh, please, God, let that be true. That is hilarious.
That is
so funny. Break-A-Wish. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Did you notice, too, really quick before we go on to the next topic, when it gave you the camera shot at the end of Rock and Cena and then Chicken Wing Travis Scott kind of back in the middle of them, they look like the NWO. I got NWO vibes.
Yeah.
From them.
No. Yeah. I was like, and then with them making a shirt too, I was like, that picture goes hard.
Yeah. So I think I'm like, it made me think like I got, like I said, NWO vibes from it. Which some people are saying that this was better than Hulk Hogan's heel turn. Some people are saying Hulk Hogan's heel turn was better. Let's just agree both of them were good. Like, It doesn't matter who was better and who wasn't. I think they were both very good, both very unexpected. It just really sucks that they waited until his last year to do this heel turn. Yeah. But at least we're getting it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
At least we are getting it for sure. But yeah, so the next topic, while we're on the topic of the ladies elimination chamber match, the next topic that we're going to talk about, I believe, if I remember correctly, is Jade, Naomi, and the Jade, Naomi, Bianca situation. Now, I said to myself, because of course I wasn't back doing the show yet, so I was talking to myself, and I said, "Self, I think, I think if Jade and Bianca, or excuse me, I keep wanting to call her Trinity, Naomi and Bianca lose the tag titles, it's probably going to be because Jade comes out and costs them the titles and goes after them for attacking her."
Yeah.
And when they lost the titles, but Jade didn't come out, I said she's going to come out and screw one or both of them at Elimination Chamber. I most definitely, I anticipated it, but I did not think we were going to get the ass stomping that we got right in the beginning of the match. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so awesome.
I was like,
oh my God. I mean, oh, but who do you give? And that's the thing, Kyle. It's like, do you keep them on them or do you take them off? I think they need to just get rid of the women's tag titles altogether. There are not enough female tag teams to justify having titles for them. I think it's stupid. I think it's absolutely stupid. I mean, look at what's going on right now with the women's mid-card titles. They're not even being barely booked.
Yeah.
To defend the two mid-card titles, the women's US championship and the women's intercontinental championship. Like, I just, it's like but with those tag titles, like they did away with the women's NXT tag titles. They need to do away with the main roster women's tag titles. Like there's no women tag teams. There's no legit true women tag teams. You've got Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. That's it. That's it. That's the only legit true women's tag team that you have is those two. That's it. And we haven't seen them on television in months.
They weren't even at the freaking Rumble.
Yeah. I was like, okay. So what's going on with these two?
Yep.
Yeah, the twin sisters. Oh, you mean Brie and Nikki Bella or something? Yeah, I don't know what twin sisters you're referring to there, but yeah, they do. They got Bianca in the middle like a love triangle. I mean, just her reaction when she was in the chamber. I mean, oh my God, she was hysterical. She was just hysterical.
But then just even her reaction Friday, I was just like, and when Jade came out and Bianca's just like, do whatever you want. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, now shit really, really just got real between the three of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, Naomi, that promo with them on Friday, that was good. They had so much emotion.
Yes.
Both those ladies, bravo to them. They both did an excellent, excellent job with that promo on SmackDown. Holy smokes, it was good. But yeah, I was not anticipating the literal ass stomping that we saw at the Elimination Chamber. And I was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have drugged this out. I think as long as you can drag it out, it really needs to just be done already. Like, let's get to the next step in the process. Oh, there's Samoa Twins? Oh, I didn't know there was Samoa Twins coming to WWE, but yeah, like that that was just, I was not anticipating it to be that bad, that brutal.
Yeah.
But woo, all three ladies played their parts very, very well. All three of them did a great job. Um, I thought that, oh, good, Mitch. But we all know that you like nuts in your brownies. We all know that.
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Lie.
Don't lie. We all know the truth.
We do.
But yeah, I mean that promo between Bianca and Naomi on Friday was just, it was excellent. It was emotional. Um, you could hear the passion and the emotion from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Naomi has a very good point. Like, Bianca, you are so good. She was bringing you down. She was riding on your coattails. Um, I think she could have gone about it a different way,
Way, yeah.
but she probably felt like she couldn't go, and I'm sure people would say, "Oh, just go talk to her. She's your friend." Well, I'm sorry. She probably felt like even if she did talk to Bianca, Bianca wouldn't listen to her. Bianca would be like, "Oh, Jade's not like that." Play the typical girl games, all of that. But yeah, she probably thought that Bianca wouldn't listen to her if she were to voice, you know, that opinion and bring that up. And um but yeah, I mean, then she stomped her ass again on Friday. And when Bianca went, just,
Go
there you
for it.
go, have at it. Like, she called me a selfish bitch.
Yep.
Have at it. So,
I just was like, just the fact that Jade was like, that was the that was I'm trying to think of the right term to use. Like, that was either confirmation or you're with me or against me, depending upon what answer you give me right now. For like confirmation to beat her up. That's what I got
oh,
from Jade.
sure. Okay. I see what you're saying. So,
That's
like,
what I
that
got.
was,
Because Jade kind of looked at her like, "Are you going to let me do it, or are you going to stop me?" But your answer
I
defines
see what
where
you're
we
saying.
stand.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Based on whatever answer you give me, are you going to try to stop me? If you try to stop me
Yep.
from going after her, that tells me that you're against me. But if you are just indifferent, or you give me, the okay, then I'm going to say that you're on my side and that you are my friend. So yeah, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. I mean, at the end of it, Bianca was just kind of indifferent, like, okay, whatever,
Yep.
go ahead. But I think Naomi is right. Like, you could definitely make a case for the fact that Jade riding Bianca's coattails, relying on her a lot. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when you had, when they signed Jade, I think she most absolutely, definitely would have and could have benefited from being in NXT for at least a year. And I understand that she was in AEW previously, but she did nothing but squash matches the entire time she was in AEW. Like,
Gotcha.
that's all she did was squash matches. Every time it was a squash match. So, what are you really learning when you are just doing squash matches? You're not learning. I mean, her promo skills were not very good at all. Philly
Hey,
halftime. How are
halftime.
you?
And Jeffrey. Sorry, I didn't say
And
hi to
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey
sorry,
right
didn't say
here.
hi
I
to Jeffrey
appreciate
yet.
you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Um, yeah, it's, I thought that she definitely could have benefited from being in NXT for a while,
Yeah.
if nothing, just to learn the WWE way of how they shoot television and how to do a promo and all of that. The same stuff that all the NXT wrestlers um, learn and do and experience. I think it would have most definitely served her well.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
and I think it would have made her more successful on the main roster. Um, but I was just like, okay, so you guys sign her, you just have her train in the performance center for 7 months, and then you just bring her on the main roster. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Mm-hmm.
She has the look, sure. She definitely has the look, the muscles, all that stuff, and
Everything.
yeah, like she's got the athletic look, most definitely. I'm not taking anything away, and I'm not taking anything away from any of these ladies because they all are doing something I would not ever do.
Yeah.
Like, no, 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 no. Um, so not taking anything away from them, but I definitely think Jade could have benefited from being down in NXT for a little bit. Like I said, if anything, just to learn how WWE does, because I'm sure they do TV very differently than AEW. I know one thing, for example, is the hard cam side. WWE actually shows the fans. They sell the tickets on the hard cam side and they show the fans there on a regular basis. AEW won't. They sell like the first few rows, but they hardly will ever show like the fans up high on the hard cam side. I know that's one big difference with like how they do their TV shows and their pay-per-views slash PLEs. So I think it really could have served her well to get experience in NXT, but they made, WWE did it the way they did. But absolutely, Jeffrey, I agree. I think that Jade needed to respond with that aggressiveness. She definitely needed to respond in the way that she did because I bet you she probably was getting people saying that they weren't taking her seriously. Maybe she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll show you how serious I am. I'm gonna come out and whoop that ass. Is what I'm gonna do."
Yeah, and she came out and whooped that ass.
Twice. So it's gonna be. I think we're gonna see those two ladies in a match at WrestleMania for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna wait past Wrestle. I think we're gonna see a match between those two at WrestleMania.
It'll be good.
And
It'll be good.
I think it'll be very good. They got a decent story. It's been building for a while. They got a decent story going into it, which, like I said, story is king. That's how you get us fans to invest in these characters, and make us care about them. And then, yeah, so I thought I was not anticipating her coming out right off the bat at Elimination Chamber and stomping a mud hole in Naomi, but boy, am I glad she did. It looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Had the right effect. All of it. Fabulous. Naomi and Bianca's back and forth promo on Friday was absolutely fantastic. And then you had Jade come out and kick the crap out of Naomi again. Yeah. So I do think that I agree, Jeffrey. I'm like, there's no way. There's got to be something like. So I was thinking, even if Bianca wasn't like involved, then there's got to. It can't just be like a one person type of job. At the very least, maybe Naomi, or excuse me, Bianca was like the mastermind behind it, like, and Naomi's like, hey, I'll take the fall for it, like the physical fall for it. I'll take the heat for it, and then Bianca comes out and knocks crap into beats the hell out of Jade or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I don't think it wasn't just like a one-sided thing. And who knows, maybe that whole interaction on Friday on SmackDown was just a bunch of nonsense and they wanted people to think that Bianca and Naomi were not in on it together and they really were. Maybe they're trying to throw people off.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeffrey, it was very good. It was very good. Oh, thank you, Philly Halftime. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Very good to be back for sure. So
I like that insight though. I never would have thought of that.
that's the only thing I could think. Like, what if like they're just trying to throw people off the scent. And Bianca really was like, oh my God, you need to help me get rid of Jade because she's driving me nuts. She's
Yeah.
riding my coattails. I could see it being something in like that kind of a situation too. You know, where it's something like that. That's the only thing, another thing I could think of is, or maybe she, like Jeffrey says, maybe she had somebody from NXT helping her. Maybe Bianca was not involved at all, but you
Yeah.
had somebody maybe from NXT, a certain, person that maybe is soon to be called up, perhaps, helped
Yeah.
Naomi
Yeah.
kind of get this done because Naomi needed help. They want to make a name for themselves once they get to the main roster. So, yeah. Maybe it's that too. That's a very good point, Jeffrey. I appreciate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was necessarily anybody framed to live in Raquel. It almost looked like that
They
was
were,
like a security camera type.
they were at the wrong place at the right time.
Yeah, that's what I think. It almost looked like it was like a security camera type of situation. And they just happened to be like walking back into the building at that time. Because I think if I remember correctly, like the ambulance and stuff was already there. So it's like, okay, that would be kind of stupid to be walking like that. Because you have to know, as an athlete, when you're at these venues, you have to know there's security cameras inside, outside, all over the place.
Yeah.
I would think that they would know better um, than to go and just be so blatantly out in the open like that. So that's my thing. Well, it's the only thing I could think of, like security camera, I guess, unless you got somebody that's filming it. I don't know who else could be filming it because
Yeah.
Bianca and I almost said Jade. Bianca and Naomi and Bailey, I believe, were all out at the ambulance
Oh
with.
yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
because
unless they,
Bianca
like I
was
said,
inside
she went
by
inside
the
and then
ring.
you had Naomi and Bailey left outside of the ambulance and the ambulance put away. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no kidding, Wesley. Jeez.
Yeah.
Although they did a long time ago for some of those big show segments with Eddie Guerrero and the burrito,
Oh God.
or Gold Dust, or some segments with him involving the bathroom and things like that. So, which is funny, but yeah, I mean, it could have been like I said, somebody from NXT looking to team up with Naomi, make a name for themselves before they get on the main roster. So it's an ever evolving story.
Yes,
So
it is.
I'm excited to see it, and yeah, I'm just glad things are picking up, kind of moving forward. So speaking of one set of ladies, now on to another set of ladies where we're discussing Io and Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think Jeffrey, you think it was Naomi that sent in
The
that?
girls, Raquel and Liv,
Oh, okay.
maybe.
Okay. It's them possibly, yeah. Oh, really quick, guys. I forgot to say this before. I apologize, Denise. I just thought of it now.
You're good.
Can you guys not put spoilers in the chat for NXT because we are obviously not watching it right now. We're not able to watch it right now. So I will be watching it tomorrow because I do not have the CW on my TV service provider. I have to watch it the next day on the CW app. So, oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So the Meta Girls. So Jeffrey said, if we don't see the Meta Girls tonight, then I'm saying it's them possibly. It's been 3 weeks since we've seen them. That's a good point. Then that's a
Very good point.
that's a very good point. Then it's a very valid point. Yep. So we've got Nick and I believe Joe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch. Nick and Joe are doing the NXT watch along. So Mitch did go ahead and put the Xavier, Xavier and Nick are doing the NXT watch along. So Mitch put the link for that. It's on the Hardcore Sports Network, but Mitch went and put the link there in the chat. So if you guys want to go watch NXT watch along, the guys are doing that right now, and they're doing a great job, I'm sure, like always. So go and check that out if you would wish. But yeah, it'll be and I appreciate that. Oh, NXT's on Tubi too? Oh my gosh, I totally have Tubi. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, I will have to go check that out because I know on CW I have Sling for my TV and they don't have the CW, so I just have to watch it on the CW app the next day. It's always available the next day. So, but yeah,
Appreciate that, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Yeah, we do appreciate that very much. We just don't want to be spoiled because I mean this is, I believe, a pretty big episode where you've got Moose on there and the Hardy Boys are on, so it's going to be
the girls, like winner takes all with those belts. I was like, why are they not saving that for Stand and Deliver? Like, for real? What?
That's the crazy thing is I would think that they would save that to happen like WrestleMania.
Yeah,
weekend.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand why, but I heard the reason why it's title for title is because Julia is injured. So she is legitimately injured. They need to get the title off of her because she is legitimately injured. I did not hear what kind of injury, just that Julia was injured legitimately, not storyline wise. And that's why they have to have her drop the title because she is injured.
Gotcha.
So, which sucks because I feel like she just really started getting going with everything. So definitely wish her, if that is, the case, definitely wish her a speedy recovery. I hope everything goes well, whether she has to have surgery or physical therapy or whatever. I hope everything goes okay. And it always is just very unfortunate. But yeah, let me tell you, somebody that got injured that I was so happy came back is Randy Orton.
I know. I was watching back. I was like half asleep. I was just like,
oh my God, I was geeking out.
Like I said, I was half asleep watching this match too. So I'm just like, yes. Oh, yeah. Randy's
I know, right?
I'm
just like, oh my God. I know. I'm just like, oh, this is amazing. Like, that just made my night. It just made my night. I'm like, okay, where's Randy? Where's Randy? Oh, yeah, look at that. Another topic we'll get to. There it is. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
It's like, I don't even know why it didn't click too. Then again, like I said, I was half asleep and I was dealing with a shit show that day, and I'm just like, cool, yes. But like, I didn't even watch the men's chamber match until the following morning, where I was actually awake and everything.
Yeah.
And like, my excitement for Drew's elimination, I scared the shit out of my guinea pig because of my reaction. I was like, I'm sorry, Georgia, I didn't mean to.
I was honestly shocked that they had him be the first elimination.
I was like, thank fuck.
Oh, I was happy too. But I was very surprised. I was very surprised. I was not expecting that at all whatsoever.
I was just happy he was gone. Bye.
Hell yes. I agree. It's like, bye-bye, bitch.
Ha ha ha.
Like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was really crazy.
Yeah,
like so many people were so pissed on social media. I had him winning. He deserves to win. And blah 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 blah. It's like, I'm sorry. How much more does he deserve? He won at WrestleMania last year. He won Money in the Bank, cashed in Money in the Bank, like, and then he had a hell of a program with CM Punk last year. How much more does he deserve? I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Get over it. Nope. Get over it. He's great at what he does. It doesn't mean that he should have a title or constantly have title opportunities. Like,
Yep.
give me a break.
And I whine about
No.
something, so I'm gonna get my way. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, can you just shut up and
I
get off
just am
the
like,
TV
oh
with me?
my God, people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's great. His character work is great. Promos are good. He's great in the ring. He's great. I get it. He's great. But how much more do you want him to get? I mean, he had a banger year last year. So I think that was his reward for all of his hard work. And all these people saying, oh, he should have won Elimination Chamber and he should win the title because last time he had a title, it was, it wasn't in front of a real crowd. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, who fucking cares? The point is he still had the title.
He had the
He was
title.
still the champion.
Like he won. He was still a champion, but he blew that himself.
Yes. Yeah, well, he was champion for what, 4.5 minutes or whatever, and he's got nobody to blame for that shit but himself.
Yep.
So, sorry. But yeah, he absolutely has been champion before. Not our fault. Can't help it that it was during the pandemic era. So you want to sit there and cry about it for how many years?
Yep.
Get over it.
Yep.
Get over it. Sorry.
Back to these two. No, we're good.
But anyway,
that was my fault.
Elimination Chamber. That was our little rant there.
I am all for this. I cannot fucking wait.
It's going to be glorious. It is going to be glorious. Like that match and I wanted to say this, that match that Sami and Kevin had at Elimination Chamber was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now that is how you do like a no holds barred or hardcore, if you want to call it that, or whatever, like no stipulate, one of those matches, no rules match without having to use an overabundance of blood.
Yeah.
There wasn't a ton of blood, although I was visibly wincing when Sami, I think it was, brought out that chair with the barbed wire around it. Oh my God. I was like, please don't hit Sami with that. He does not have a shirt on. Oh my God. I was wincing. I was like, oh my God. I was so like, the man doesn't have a shirt on. Please don't do that. But their match was amazing. Yeah. And when the bell finally rang, I'm like, all right, where's Randy? Where's Randy? Where's Randy? Where is he? He's got to come out at some point. He's got to come out at some point. And KO went back to go beat up Sami some more, and we heard his music. I was like, oh my God, I was geeking out. Oh, so happy. So happy. So happy. And it looks like we're going to get the punt kick back, which I am very happy about.
I was just like, he's going to punt him. He's going to punt him. And then the officials, I was like, you assholes, no! Save the punt for WrestleMania, boys. Save the punt for WrestleMania.
Of all the times for you guys to actually be successful at your job, you had to be successful at it in that exact moment. I was so not happy about it.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I know. So, and then Randy Orton did, had a pretty good promo on SmackDown on Friday. Mm-hmm. So I am very excited to see the back and forth between Randy and KO. Very excited for the match they're going to have. That 100% is a WrestleMania worthy match. That should not be a match that's done on Saturday night's main event or on SmackDown or Raw. That 100% is a PLE match at WrestleMania. I cannot wait. I know. And that's what I thought. I was like, they're saving that punt when it's in front of a super big crowd. So they're building up for that. It's going to happen at WrestleMania. I agree, Jeffrey. Randy does. He always looks jacked. His thighs look like they're as big as my waist.
I was going to say something, but I'm like, there's a lot of guys in the chat, and I'm like, I can't remember who
he looks bigger than he did when he left.
I literally could not stop staring at his thighs. I'm like, are his thighs bigger than they were the last time he was on TV? I was like, oh my God, they're huge.
Yes. He looks, his thighs and his waist, like the muscles on his, like the circumference of his waist, with building muscle and everything. He looks bigger than he did when he left in, what was it, December? He looks bigger coming back than he did when he left. I'm like, and he was big then. I'm like, what the hell?
I know.
It was crazy. I'm like, dude, his thighs are like the size of my waist.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here? It was crazy. I'm like, holy shit. It's like, oh my God. It's like, damn. Every time he leaves and comes back more jacked than he was when he left. And he's always been jacked. So, oh yeah, Jade's abs.
Yeah, that's like,
I want to know her secret, like what she does.
literally-
That is
she's got bigger abs than
crazy.
Bianca, and Bianca got abs.
Yes. It's crazy. I'm like, what are they doing? I just hope that it's not because they're doing like steroids or something like
Yeah.
that. I really hope it's not that. Like they're doing it with like diet and stuff like that. Maybe vitamins, some kind of maybe supplement. I really hope it's not steroids because that stuff is so harmful.
Yeah.
So harmful. But yeah, Jade's abs are crazy. She's like the female version of Randy Orton. Like her thighs are super huge and muscly, and her abs and her arms, it's just like, holy crud. Like crazy, muscly fit lady.
Mitchell wishes he had Randy's abs. You're welcome, Mitch.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna put that one up.
Oh yeah, put it back up.
That wasn't me.
I thought that was you, Denise. That's why I started laughing again.
The first time was.
Oh, it's so funny. Whoops. But yeah, so I hope it's not that's not what it is. I didn't know she plays basketball, which is cool. Which, yeah, I never got into basketball because I'm not a runner. I always say, if I'm running, you better be running too, because you know something bad's coming.
Not happen. You're right, exactly.
Like if you see me running, you should probably start running too. Because that means something really bad is headed this way. So, but yeah, just so excited. I mean, you could see, like when Randy finally came, when he was making his way to the ring, and they had the way that they had the entry way, it was like it had that curve in it, and you could see when KO actually laid eyes on Randy as he came around the corner, you could see the emotion on KO's face, like he was crying, like you could see it. And I'm like, yeah, he thought Randy was his friend, just like he thought Sammy was his friend, and he's being delusional and just beat up, just destroyed Sammy in a match. And now he is having to do the same thing with his friend Randy because he's delusional. He's nuts. He's nuts. So, and what? You got mad at Randy for what? Trying to be the peacekeeper between you and Cody? So you decide to give him that pile driver? Like, how much more Delulu can you get, dude? Like, wrong person. You want to be mad at Cody, be mad at Cody. That's fine. But don't be mad at somebody that's trying to, like, get you both to, like, cool down and see reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, not even that. Randy Orton is one of the last people you want to piss off.
Oh, yeah. You do not. No. I've heard stories of, like, his temper from his younger days.
When they were bad, yeah.
When, and he's even said something about it in the past too, like in interviews and things like that, that, man, he was on another level with his temper when he was younger. Of course, in wrestling, he had one heck of a temper. And I think maybe getting older, wiser, realizing, what's important to him. Like and also having children, I think mellowed him out.
Yes, I definitely think Kim was his saving grace.
Oh yeah, he was like on a bad path because when he met her, wasn't that during the time when he was into doing like pills and stuff like that, like the muscle relaxer pills.
Something like that. I'm trying to think. They got married in 2016 or is it 14?
Oh, see, I don't
They
know.
met sometime in the
I don't
teens or
quite
something
remember.
like that. Yeah.
Jeffrey, you're absolutely right. KO
Because
completely forgot about 2009 Psycho Randy Orton.
Randy, yeah, right. Because I know Kim just recently for Valentine's Day. And what year did she put, let me, Kim, there you are, girl. What did she put? 12th anniversary. So happy 12th Valentine's Day. So 12, that was, what was 12 years ago? 2013?
Yeah, so that, and it's not like they got married right away
Right
after
away.
meeting or
No,
whatever.
yeah.
So, okay, maybe he wasn't doing the pills back
2015.
then. Oh, 2015, Wesley
We got
said. Okay.
married. I was like, I knew it was. See, I was off by a year. I said 14, 16. It was right smack dab in the middle. I was close.
Yes, I don't think that was when Randy was doing the muscle relaxers and stuff, but I know that his temper got real bad when he was doing all those Soma muscle relaxers and stuff
Mhm.
like that, which I can't say I blame him. I mean, he was fighting off back injuries. I mean, it's
Yeah,
well known. He has said in interviews that he was begging Vince McMahon for some time off because he wanted to get back surgery to fix his back, and Vince just wouldn't let him do it.
that's like a
And he's like, okay.
that.
He's like, okay, that's fine. He's like, I guess then that means I have to keep working for you until I'm paralyzed. So, okay, sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
Which that's pretty messed up.
it's no, yeah. I'm like, how can you do that to one of your best superstars too? Like what? The
Well, yeah,
like
you're one of your most reliable.
exactly.
You ask him to do something and he does it. Like he doesn't care as long as he's wrestling. Like, and I think it's cool. Like when you think about Randy Orton, I also think of John Cena. That's why I think it would be cool if we could get John Cena and if we could get Randy Orton to be John Cena's final opponent. Because either him or CM Punk. Because John Cena had fantastic feuds with both of them. Amazing feuds.
That too.
Oh my God.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
that was so crazy, Jeffrey. Oh my God. And didn't he like lick her face too? Like he licked the side of her face too? And then he kissed her while Triple H was handcuffed in the corner
Mhm.
after he gave her an RKO. Did he give her an RKO then or was it a punt kick? I don't remember.
RKO. I
I think
think
it was
it
an
was.
RKO. Okay.
Yeah, I think wasn't it Vince that got the punt?
I don't remember. I haven't watched that clip and I haven't watched that episode of Raw in a while. Like I was in the middle of going back. I went back to 1998 and I was in the middle of watching all of the old episodes of Raw and I was working my way through it. And
Yeah.
then when Raw started up on Netflix, they took all of the episodes, most of the episodes of Raw, they weren't on Peacock anymore. So they have some of them on Netflix, but the nice thing with Peacock is you could pick whatever year or whatever season and you could just go from there. With
Yeah.
on Netflix, it's like here's all a bunch of stuff on Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan and this person and that person and this era and that era. I'm like, I want to watch it from when I was
Yeah.
watching them. You know what I mean? I want to pick up where I left off. So, okay, so it was an RKO and then he handcuffed him, I believe. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Jeffrey. Like 2009 Randy Orton was a menace and in like the best way. Like oh my gosh, fantastic heel.
Yeah.
He's fantastic baby. Either way, baby face or heel, you got money when you got Orton. So, I'm really looking forward to
These two.
the road that these two are going to go on. I just hope we don't keep getting Kevin Owens doing stupid promos from his car. It's like, dude,
Oh,
that,
I
that
know.
shit's, it's like, yeah, that shit's getting old. But I could see that continuing because he's scared to come in the building
I was
because
literally just about to say
Randy's
that. I was like,
there,
he's probably going to do that because he's like scared shitless of Randy.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not a fan of those car promos. It's like, dude, come on now. It's like, if you want to do that, like, on like social media, like the day after SmackDown, like put something on your Twitter or what, social media or whatever, like on Saturday, that's fine.
Yeah.
But for every promo you have every week, just be talking to your camera on your phone in your rental car. I'm like, that's lame as hell. It's lame. I'm not a fan. So oh, look at that. So Jeffrey says WWE Vault. And that channel, if you guys have not checked it out, WWE launched a channel called WWE Vault on YouTube. It is fantastic. It is wonderful. They've got like old documentaries about people. Yeah, they released the CM Punk documentary they did back in, I think that was in 2012 or 2013, I think. But they aired that. They've got documentaries, old matches. It's fantastic. They're releasing some really good stuff. So if you haven't, check out the WWE Vault
I do too.
on YouTube.
I do too.
Yeah, I never had WWE Network. I always, like I said, watched wrestling when I was a kid. Got away from it for a number of years, just like life happens. Got away from it, came back to wrestling. Didn't really, I only watched like Raw and SmackDown until the Peacock thing came along. So I'm like, I'm not paying a shit ton of money for WWE Network. So then when it was on Peacock, and then you had all the previous episodes of Raw and SmackDown and PLEs and all that other stuff, I'm like, oh, now I see why the WWE Network thing would have been cool for me to have, because I could have gone back and watched all this old stuff. But yeah, I mean, Peacock pretty much did the same thing. I haven't tried recently to look up old episodes of Raw on Netflix. I'll try again. Maybe now, because they've been on Netflix for a few months, it'll be easier to find stuff. And it's very discombobulated, very unorganized.
Very unorganized.
Very unorganized. So trying to find, yeah, I don't mind Peacock. I honestly don't mind it. Like I said, it's very inexpensive, and they don't charge you, unlike AEW, for having a streaming service and then having to buy the PLE on top of paying for said streaming service. That was just such a joke. I'll say a little blurb about this. So AEW had their pay-per-view Revolution on Sunday. They made a big announcement. Okay, so they have this partnership with HBO Max, or Max, as it's now known. So Dynamite and I believe Collision have also been streaming it while it's on TV. It's also streaming on Max at the same time. Well, they made this big announcement. Oh my gosh, Revolution, starting with Revolution, all of our pay-per-views, they're also going to be on Amazon Prime Video. I'm like, holy shit, I have Amazon Prime Video. This is freaking awesome. Then I don't have to pay $50 for a pay-per-view. No, you still have to pay for the damn pay-per-view, even though you have the streaming service.
That's stupid.
I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's
bullshit. I said, I'm not spending $50 for this crap.
No,
absolutely not. Nope, sorry. Not worth it to me. I think that's.
I really don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree, Kyle. They've made a lot of questionable decisions. I think they're like what we're seeing now. I think it started when Cody left. You could see the cracks forming. Wesley says he watched Revolution on pay-per-view and half of it was glitchy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy. It's like, and you're paying $50 for it. So, And that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't make sense that your weekly TV sucks, but then all of a sudden you can put on banger pay-per-views. Like,
Mhm.
that tells me that there's a lot of disconnects going on. Their storylines are awful. The only good one, halfway good one. Hey Chad, how's it going?
Hi, Chad.
Um, the only halfway good one was Tony Storm and Mariah May. Well, they finally just had their third match together. They're done,
Mm-hmm.
so no more Tony Storm and Mariah May storyline anymore. Like, that's done. Um, but I mean, you gave John Moxley or Dean Ambrose creative control. So
Why would you do that?
please explain to me why. So that's probably why the storyline has sucked. It's like, dude, you're a wrestler. You're not a writer. Like, you are not, like, you shouldn't, just like how they gave Sasha Banks, who goes by a different name now. They gave her creative control. That's over her stuff. That's probably why she sucks right now. She sucks. She has zero momentum. I'm like, what the fuck are we
So glad
doing?
I don't watch AEW. Oh my god.
Yes. So, like I said, I think things, when Cody left AEW and came back to WWE, you could see the cracks start forming. Then I think the death blow was when Punk got when Punk got fired from AEW. Because ever since Punk left, everything went totally down the toilet.
Gotcha.
Totally nosedived off a cliff down the toilet. Like, it's been so awful. You're right. That's a good way to put it, Kyle. It's a circus run by the clowns. It's like the inmates running the asylum. Like, Tony Khan, the owner, is doing all of the booking, and he's booking all the matches. He's writing a lot of the storylines. It's like, dude, just run the company. Like, get writers, get a creative team in there, people that actually know what they're doing.
But I have to pay them to do that. Oh my
Well, it's like, dude, his dad is a billionaire. Literally, his dad is a billionaire.
I don't want to give that to
It's like,
people.
dude, oh my God, get some actual professionals in there, a marketing team, people that can get word out about your shows. Like, it's pretty sad when you got a weekly show that only has like 4,000 people.
That's so bad. Oh my god.
It's like,
That's embarrassing.
okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Jeffrey, I agree. Like,
Oh my
and they constantly copy WWE. Like, they take stuff that WWE has done in the past and they copy it. And it's like, can they not come up with any creative
WWE,
thought on their own?
get them for that?
That's what I thought too, but I think they change it just enough where it's like this most recent thing. So Christian, he had this contract and it was kept in like one of those metal, looked like a metal clipboard that
Okay.
you can open and close. It's same concept as Money in the Bank briefcase. It was a contract where you could have a championship match anytime. And I did hear that, Jeffrey, like, so I watched the matches that happened at Revolution. I watched them Monday before I watched Raw. So I watched the matches that I could. The Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher steel cage match was really good, but too much blood. Again, you don't need to be pouring buckets of blood to get your point across. Same thing with Mariah May and Tony Storm. They literally both were pouring blood down their faces. It's like, dude, this is not necessary.
Yeah.
It's really not necessary. You can get your point across without bleeding everywhere and all the time. But yeah, they had that match. Oh my God. So Edge and Dean Ambrose. And guys, I'm using WWE names because Denise doesn't watch AEW. So I'm using WWE names so Denise knows who I'm talking about.
I know John Mox's.
Okay.
Ambrose.
Okay.
So, you're good.
So they had Edge, or as he's now called, Cope.
Like, what is
so
that?
Stupid. So they had him in a match with John Moxley for the title. No interference. Nobody was supposed to interfere or anything. Well, then you have John Moxley's cronies coming down to interfere, even though they're not supposed to. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden you had Edge was about to win, and naturally, of course, you had Christian come down to go cash in his contract. Well, John Moxley just chokes him out from behind, and he wins the match. So they took the contract away from Christian. He dropped that contract, doesn't have another title shot now, and then you still kept the title on John Moxley.
What the hell?
It's just, yeah, it just was not good. Like, I thought the majority of the matches were good. It's just that last match, the main event match. I'm like, dude, what is this crap? So apparently Cope and John Moxley both have creative control. So it's like neither one of them wanted to take the pin for the other. So they brought Christian in. So neither one of them had to lose. Isn't that's so crazy?
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? What are we doing?
They're screwing themselves over. That's all it is. I'm just sitting back enjoying WWE while AEW implodes, and it's gonna just.
And I get so mad about it because AEW was so good, and it's like, I'm not saying this because I want them to fail and close down and whatnot. Quite the opposite. I want them to be successful because they've been successful. They've been good before. Like, we need to, I think having competition, specifically between AEW and WWE, I think competition is very good because you are making the other company work harder.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's very important. It's kind of the same thing with WCW and WWE back in the day. Having that competition is very good. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think another thing too that is hurting AEW is the fact that TNA now has this big partnership with WWE.
Yep.
Because I think, guys in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong. I think AEW had a partnership with TNA like in their very early, I think in their very early years, but I don't think it wasn't quite like what WWE has, where they're like, you've got people from both companies like kind of bouncing back and forth. Yep, Jeffrey says yes, they did. So, oh my gosh, Wesley says WWE once had talks with TNT about airing SmackDown. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And that's the other, Jeffrey, that's the other thing. We haven't seen the championship in months. So John Moxley has been the champion for like 4 months now. He carries around a metal briefcase. We haven't even laid eyes on the belt in 4 months.
What's the purpose of that? That makes no
sense. That's why I said, I'm like, this is stupid.
What?
I'm just like, this is crazy. Crazy. I'm like, this is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It just is dumb. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to get on AEW rant, but we kind of brought it up. But yeah, so very excited to watch again KO and Randy Orton go at it back and forth. It's going to be awesome. Yes. Very excited for it. Very, very excited.
I'm seated for it.
Yeah. So so the next topic we wanted to talk about tonight was, I believe, Mitchell Foley.
Can you help us, please? Mitchell Cassidy, actually, is what it is.
Mitchell Cassidy. Oh, yes.
AJ.
We kind of already talked about it a little bit. I'll let you talk about this, Denise.
Oh, me.
How do you feel about AJ Styles and Logan Paul?
You know what? In the beginning, because I was like, I don't want that piece of trash anywhere near AJ. I still don't want him anywhere near AJ. But I watched the Raw recap where they interviewed AJ, and in a way he kind of changed my mind about it. And I'm like, okay, I do wanna see AJ beat the ever living shit out of Logan. So I'm there for that.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I am okay with it. But I mean,
Yeah.
after last night's episode when Logan was leaving the ring and AJ was trying to get him back to come back to the ring, I was like, I could see that look on Logan's face. I was just like, he's gonna do something. I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna want to fucking kill him. I was just like, AJ, you need to have eyes on the back of your head, please.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's not gonna take kindly to that at all.
But that phenomenal forearm last night was a thing of fucking beauty. Oh my god.
Oh, I was so happy. Like I
That
said,
was
I was
amazing.
very surprised they did as much as they did with that comedian dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as being tossed around by Logan and all of like I was very surprised
Yeah.
they did what as much as they did with him, being that he's not really, he's not a trained wrestler. So
yeah. And just like with him beating up on him and beating up on him, I was like, okay, AJ, where are you? Come save the day. There he is. So I was like, it was
I know, it's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You can come out at any time now and save.
There he is.
Yep, you can come out at any time and save the civilian.
Say it literally, save the civilian. And I just love how he was like, "You're good? Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get this motherfucker."
Yes. So I think they both do very like high flying, a lot of acrobatic moves.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd be a really good match for, like pound for pound, I guess you could say, match for each other.
Yeah.
In the ring. So that's what has me optimistic about it, is I almost have to wonder in a way if AJ sees a younger version of himself in Logan Paul with the athleticism and the high flying stuff that he does and things like that. Because if you look back at AJ's younger years when he was in TNA, like he was doing a lot of that stuff, like right off the bat, like the back flips and the front flips and all, Spanish fly, all that. He was doing so much of that.
While Logan can do that, Logan doesn't even do half of the shit that AJ did 20 years ago.
Back then, yes. So that's why I'm wondering, because of course with AJ getting older, he probably can't do everything that he could do 20 years ago, which is why they might be more of like a even match. Because you got to remember, AJ Styles has been doing this, 22 years? 25 years. Logan Paul's been doing it too. So that's kind of what
Logan's 29. He'll actually be 30. He shares a birthday with Randy. I'm so sorry, Randy.
Oh my gosh, Jeffrey, I said earlier, that made me laugh.
Yes, that was
ass off last night. I was like, oh my God, Logan Paul and Dominic and New Day, they can't even talk on the mic in a promo because they get booed out of the building, and it is a beautiful thing to see.
It is.
Oh my gosh, it is so dang funny to me. I just was like, oh my God, they are not letting him talk. Like, this is amazing. This is so great to watch. And just the way that comedian Andrew Schultz, like, he was so straight faced when he's like, yeah, I'm actually here to see the cage match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Oh, and I'm here to see AJ Styles too. Like the way he kind of dug at him with mentioning AJ, and then he's like, yeah, you're in New York, Logan. Nobody's here to see you.
This is
just
not
the
Cleveland.
way, just straight faced. He said it. Just
that was amazing.
Oh my gosh! It just made me burst out laughing. It was so funny to me. I loved it. But yeah, I think they're gonna have a great match at WrestleMania. I'm excited to see the back and forth, the build for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also interested to see, okay, how much more involved is Karrion Kross. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
how much more involved in this is Karrion Kross going to be, with kind of poking the bear and nudging AJ in one direction and nudging Logan maybe in a different direction. So, kind of interested to see. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what they do. Hey, you know what? I am just glad that AJ is going to be around and back for WrestleMania this year, since he
You
wasn't last year.
both. No,
I'm just glad
he
he's
was
going to
there
be back.
last year. It was the year before
Oh, it was the year before?
when it was in LA. He was there for the Philly one.
Who did he have a match with in Philly?
LA Knight.
He did. Oh, yes, you're right. Because they had that feud where LA Knight went to his house or something, and AJ called the police on him. Okay, you are right. Okay, I totally forgot. I totally forgot about that. I thought it
he
was
was injured for
last year.
WrestleMania 39.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was last year that he was injured, but that the LA Knight was the year before. So I'm mixing them all up. So yeah, I'm glad he's gonna be here. I was so pleasantly surprised and very excited for you because I know you adore him. I was so excited that he came back as quick as he did from that surgery.
Yeah, he talked about that in his the Q&A with Chris.
I was going to say, if you guys haven't checked it out, last week, Chris Van Vliet dropped an interview with AJ Styles, and it's very good. It's very, very good. It popped up, and I was like, oh my God. So I immediately texted Denise and Mitch, like, hey guys, Chris Van Vliet just dropped an AJ Styles interview. And yeah, very cool. Very cool. Learned a lot.
And even just the fact too that he came back from a career-ending injury in 4 months. That's wild and unheard of.
I was shocked. He said that with this thing that he had with his foot, it was a tendon injury, and you could have surgery on it, but it wasn't a 100% guarantee that he would be able to come back and wrestle.
Yeah, and that he'd have complications as he got older.
Yep.
And even the fact too, like he mentioned that he had to learn to walk again. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine.
Isn't that what? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he say that he has had this type of injury before?
He broke his ankle. That's what you were just thinking about. He broke his ankle in December of 23.
Yep. And he was out for a while.
Yes. And then his next injury was this one. So I don't know why he's calling it his foot, because I mean it was his ankle, but then again, I mean that's what it was.
Yeah, I remember that, and he came back. So it was just so sad that his match back, he got injured with this. That's wild to me. It's like, what are the freaking chances?
He was in a boot for 6 weeks.
Jesus. But yeah, 4 months. It's a career-ending injury for an athlete, and he came back in 4 flipping months.
Yeah, when I saw him post,
I was so excited.
Oh my God, me too. Oh, me too. Like,
so happy for him.
Was when he posted that rage quit picture on his Instagram. In the reflection of the picture, I could see he was squatting, and I was just like, oh, he's putting weight, all of his body weight on both feet.
Ooh, okay.
He's gonna come back soon. Yes.
That's so awesome. Yeah. Very, very excited. So excited. One thing I do want to see from him though now Jeffrey put a good comment in here. He said he saw clips of the Chris Van Vliet interview and he said he'll check it out, but he saw the part where AJ says he wants to retire at 50.
I know.
And it makes me really sad because he's what, 47?
Yeah, he'll be 48 in June.
Oh my God.
I know. It
No.
hurts my heart.
God, that makes me so sad.
No.
But
I
I
know.
am really still crossing my fingers and I am holding out hope that, especially now with the partnership WWE has with TNA, that we will see him in TNA
I'm sure we
at
will.
least for a little bit. Like
He voiced that too.
he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
see,
he
I
would
don't
like
remember.
to.
I think it would be fantastic. I mean, come on, he was like an original, like
Yeah,
TNA
he
original.
literally is like the original. He like yeah. One of the I'm trying to think of if there's anybody else from towards the beginning that's still there. I mean, I know Frankie Kazarian, but he came in, he didn't come in right away. I'm trying to think if
No,
there's
and didn't he leave and come back?
who?
Frankie Kazarian, didn't he leave for a little bit and come back?
He might have.
Because
Um,
I
I'm just
know
trying to
Christopher Daniels was there for a while, which
yeah.
he just had his last wrestling match a few weeks back on AEW with Hangman Adam Page. But
Yeah, no, he retired.
yeah, I know he retired.
I'm trying to
He just
think.
had that retirement match or whatever on in AEW a few weeks back. So I know Samoa Joe was previously in TNA. I think it would be really cool to see him come back because he and AJ, man, they had some matches.
Fire.
I think it
Yes.
would be cool. Yeah, I think it would be really cool to see AJ back in TNA, even just for a short run.
I think it'll
It would be super cool. You know what I could totally see him doing too is even when he retires from in ring, I could totally see him like being like some sort of a coach or maybe a producer helping the talent from TNA and helping to facilitate the TNA WWE partnership. I could
yeah.
totally see him doing that.
No, I definitely could too.
Kyle says Samoa Joe is the only one with some sense in AEW. Oh,
I
I
seek
love
no
Samoa Joe.
lies. No lies there.
I love Samoa Joe.
I do too.
That move, oh my God, that move he does where somebody is like on the top rope and they're about to splash him or jump off and hit him and he just literally nonchalantly turns and walks away. That crap, oh my God, that has me rolling on the floor laughing every time. It's so dang funny. I
He's
love
like,
it.
"Nah, get
I
your
just love him. Yep, the top rope turn. I love it. I love it. He turns around and walks in the opposite direction of the person, totally just pancakes themselves on the mat in the ring. It's so funny. Oh my God. He makes me laugh. I love Samoa Joe, and I think it's super cool, what he's doing with Hook and Shibata. He's kind of being that mentor for both those guys. Shibata because he's Japanese, and he's helping him, and of course Hook is Taz's son, and he's what 20. I think he's 24, and he's being a mentor to him, and I think that's fantastic. So I really like those three together. I think they're great. But yeah, so sorry we kind of got off topic again, but Mitch, the final topic of the evening. Dun dun dun.
Reigns, Rollins, Punk.
We kind of talked about it a little bit already. I do not want to see a three-way match at WrestleMania, and it looks like they are gearing up for a few three-way matches between the ladies and these three gentlemen. I think that Reigns has got a problem with both these guys.
Yes.
Seth Rollins for obvious reasons.
Oh, Seth made it personal.
Yes, after the stomps at Royal Rumble. But I still think, even though Roman kind of, quote unquote, got his revenge on Seth by whacking him at WrestleMania last year in that match with whacking him with the chair in the back, I still think I still think Roman's holding under resentment
Mm-hmm.
to Rollins, especially after those curb stomps that he did outside of the ring at Royal Rumble. So now Roman is on a mission. He's on a revenge mission. And with Punk, it's just pure jealousy because of Paul Heyman
Yeah.
and him talking to Paul Heyman. But I wonder, do you think we're going to see the favor that CM Punk has come, with Paul Heyman come into play?
I don't know, because Punk's like, I'm not going to give it away. Like, I'm not going to say when, how, whatever, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It comes, but I'm not going to tell you. But I mean, that in even that in the ring, that could have been, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that definitely.
Kyle Heyman in the bank match.
Heyman bank match. Yeah, right.
I said Paul on a pole match.
Pole on a pole. Just hanging from a hook on the side of the fucking pole.
Right.
Or no,
Oh my God.
No, hanging him on a freaking hook in the middle of the ring, and he's the briefcase.
Yep. Or no, put him in the shark cage. You had Dominic in.
Oh my God! Whoever opens the cage first wins, Paul.
Oh my God. That's just so funny. Some of the crap like I was seeing people posting about it's just so funny. But yeah, just like I said, I was like, why does he have a problem with Punk? Like, what the hell? I saw that look on his face. I'm like, what the hell is his problem now? And then I saw him talking to Paul, and I'm like, oh shit, he's jealous. He's all jelly. He's mad about it. So I'm like, oh, I really don't want to see a 3-way match. I really don't.
No, I definitely am down for Reigns and Punk just because of Heyman.
Yeah, I think it would add a level of unpredictability to the match. Like, who's going to win, and have Paul Heyman's, have Paul Heyman in his corner and all of that. So yeah, I really would like to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I just hope they have something planned that we're not expecting.
Yeah,
they do.
That's why I said, like, it gives us got a level of unpredictability to it, and that's what I like with the one-on-one match. I think it's a lot better. I think think with any multi-man match, there's so many moving parts that for me personally, it's difficult to like keep track of what's going on and keep track, and watch everything that's going on when it's like, oh wait, this person's here, and oh wait, Punk's over there, and now Roman's going after Punk, and no, Rollins is doing this. Like, it's so many moving parts that I find it more enjoyable to watch like one-on-one matches, or if it's one tag team against one tag team, not 7 tag teams in a match. Like, that's too much.
Yeah. I mean, like, even the title match at Royal Rumble last year when it was the 4 of them, like when I rewatched it, I'm like, you have 2 of them in the ring, 2 of them are on the side. They're like, okay, you have these 2 going at it. Okay, I want to know what's going on between these 2, and like vice versa and everything. Like, we're missing part of the match.
I was gonna say, it's almost like with doing that, it's almost like you need to have split screen, have one camera on one set of people, another camera on another set of people, so you can see what's happening with everybody at the same time. I know, think about it. We have CM Punk and Roman Reigns fighting over Paul Heyman.
Who would have thought we'd see the day?
But you know what, though? Something I've been thinking about. So think about this. Paul Heyman has been with Punk before. Mm-hmm. He's been with Brock Lesnar before. Mm-hmm. Both of whom he stabbed in the back and betrayed. What's to say he's not going to betray Roman Reigns and side with Punk?
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems to be his MO.
Yeah.
He's with somebody.
Wouldn't Punk learn his lesson with that?
I wonder if because it just in storyline wise, I'm sure it
Yeah.
wasn't like this in real life, because obviously
Yeah.
they're best friends in real life.
No,
But I'm sure
absolutely.
storyline wise, it's probably, oh, it's happened so long ago. I don't think about it. It's okay. I've forgiven him, blah blah blah. I'm sure that's probably what it'll be storyline wise. Um, but yeah, I just think about it. We have Roman Reigns and freaking CM Punk fighting over Paul Heyman of all people. It's so funny to me.
I
And it's
know.
so funny to me too when I think about like all the admiration I have for Paul Heyman, because I remember back to when he was still with ECW, and if I remember correctly, this is still during the Attitude era where you had the Invasion storyline happening.
Please no.
And oh God, no, I highly doubt that. Like, I've seen people saying a lot of that on social media, and I said it before, and I definitely believe it now. They formally named Brock Lesnar by name in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. WWE and TKO, they are not going near him
Thank
until all of that crap is like dropped, resolved, there's a resolution, whatever. Yeah, you're right, Kyle. They basically erased Brock Lesnar from everything WWE. I mean, they were getting ready to release 2K24, and they had to go back and erase him out of the video game. Like, rush job, erase him out of the video game. So
Mhm.
he's not on there. Like, they are not going near him. They are not going to touch him with a 10-foot pole, because of, especially now that he's been named, definitely not going to be touching him. So yeah, I understand there's fans out there that would love to see Brock Lesnar come out. I mean, absolutely. But like I said, the nature of what's going on with this lawsuit, they're not TKO apps. If they're going to get rid of Vince McMahon, okay, the former owner of the company, they are not going to touch Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's done. Like, you're not going to see him wrestle in WWE anyway. You will never see him in WWE ever until all of this, at the very least, until all of this is resolved. But it wouldn't surprise me if it just
Even
wouldn't
after
happen at all. I mean, and you got to remember too, Brock Lesnar is almost 50 years old. Like, he's not going to be doing this forever. And he was already super duper part time as it is. So I don't think we're going to see him again. So, but yeah, it's so crazy. So, like I said, Heyman betrayed Brock Lesnar, betrayed CM Punk. I can see him betraying Roman. I could totally see it. I could totally see it. So, like I said, I'm not a fan of a triple threat match. I think it does a disservice to all three of those guys, because I think all three of those guys all deserve to have a one-on-one match with whoever their opponent would be.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think all three of those guys deserve to have a one-on-one match, especially, also Seth Rollins, damn it. He was the MVP of WrestleMania last year. He did an absolutely phenomenal, no pun intended. He did a phenomenal job leading up to WrestleMania and at WrestleMania, and just he did freaking amazing. And I think I think he deserves to have a one-on-one match. That's why I was really excited. I was really, really hoping that we'd get Rollins Punk Part 3 one-on-one at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice too. If they just
You know.
I mean, that was the last song I was listening to in my car earlier. Done.
That's funny.
But there's no coincidence with that. When I was on my way home from my parents.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, I was on my way home from dinner last night.
Oh.
Mom, brother-in-law, sister, my cousin's kid. Yeah, because he went back home to Tennessee today. And that just happened to be I was on my way home. I was like, there's no coincidence there. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, I had my music on shuffle, like I always do, driving to and from work, and it's like, I realized today driving home, it's like, man, I've got a lot of like wrestling theme songs on
Mhm.
my, because I use Amazon Music app. It's like, man, I've got a lot of wrestling theme songs on my Amazon Music app. Like, it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize it, but yeah, when you got like 6 songs in a row that come up that are
Yeah, right.
wrestling theme songs, it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot about this. It's like, yeah, this one's a low key banger. Like Rob Van Dam's song. I was like, hey, yeah, I remember this song. I was like, I haven't heard it in ages, but yeah, this song is good. I like it.
It's like we slowly like incorporate all that music into our playlist that we don't even
Right?
realize it until it
Right?
like smacks us in the face.
Oh my gosh. It's just, yeah. And once again, listening to those wrestling theme songs, like the older ones, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like, man, they really need to get rid of Def Rebel. They suck. They're so terrible.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm just glad they let AJ bring back his song. Like bringing back his
Oh,
phenomenal. Like
the original theme
that
song,
was his
yes,
call.
good.
That was his call.
Well,
He wanted it. They let it happen. I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
dude, I did not like that new song. I understand, okay, they wanted him to have a new song because he was a heel at that time and all of that. I get it, okay. However, that song was awful. It was
Mhm.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad when you've got a wrestling theme song that comes on and it's like, okay, who the F is coming out? Like
Yes, exactly.
I don't even know who this song was for. Yeah, Kyle, I agree. I did not like the Shinsuke Nakamura remix either. I did not care for that. I was like, yeah, not a fan. I get it. He's turned heel. He's got different theme music now. So that's what makes me nervous about this whole heel turn with John Cena. Is he gonna get Def Rebelled?
Yeah.
Where it's like, what the F is this crap? You know? Yeah, Nakamura. I just, yeah, that's definitely one of the worst title reigns in history. He should not. Yeah, no, I agree. Like he didn't hardly defend the title. It just, yeah, it didn't do anything for him. I'm sorry. He didn't help the title, and the title didn't help him. It's kind of pointless,
Yeah.
on both ends. Um, but yeah, so I heard that when Randy Orton, before he came back at Survivor Series 2 years ago, Def Rebel wanted to give him new theme music, and Randy flat out refused. He said, absolutely not. No way. He flat out refused. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad he did.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah,
I'm
I can't
really
even
glad.
imagine him coming out to something else either. It's just like with AJ, I mean, like
No,
he
I
said
can't.
in the beginning. I'm like, why would you? I can't
No.
picture Randy coming out to anything else either.
No, I mean, and I understand Randy had a different theme song for a while before his current song. And I get that. But it was a good song. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't just made by a random group of people who have no musical ability whatsoever.
Yep.
It was an actual song sung by a band. Like, we need to get back into having some more rock music in pro
Yeah.
wrestling in general. Enough with this unknown, random remix crap and all this rap stuff. And rap is fine. If you like rap, that's fine. But it's just, there's so much of it. It's like, can we please get back into like having a little bit of variety,
Yeah.
with the theme music? Oh my gosh, Kyle. So I sing it.
Something,
And
Cody.
Cody Rhodes. That's what I say. Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. That's how I always sing it. I can't help it. Every time I see him, that's how I sing it. It makes me laugh. I was doing it last night too when he came out. Like,
I do it too.
I did that last night when he came out. I started singing. I started singing out loud, and I was, like I said, I was laying down. Wasn't feeling the greatest last night. Was laying down. I had my earbuds in, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm watching Netflix on my phone, And I started singing that. My husband just gives me the weirdest look. He goes, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What the fuck are you singing?" And I put my earbuds out. I'm like, "What?" That. And he's like, "What the fuck are you singing?" I was like, "Oh, it's Cody Rhodes. See?" And I turned my phone. I said, "See, Cody's coming out on Raw." And he just started laughing and shaking his head. I'm like, I can't help it, man. God. Like, I gotta sing the theme songs. It's just force of habit, I guess, at this point. But yeah, I mean, in theme music, it's very important.
Oh, yeah.
To a wrestler. But I mean, the one I have to say, the only real theme song that Def Rebel did a very good job with was Jacob Fatu.
Oh, yeah.
His whole entrance, the graphics, the pyro, the music, A+ job. Like, his entrance is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And he better have a match at WrestleMania. He better have a match. I think they would be idiots to not give him a match at WrestleMania. Yeah.
Big time idiots.
Right. And that's what was that, Denise?
No, so I'm trying to think of like what with the match that he was oh my god. They got shit all over the place. I'm just trying to think what title is on SmackDown. It's the
U.S. title.
Is it the U.S.? It is the U.S. title. Okay.
Yeah, U.S. titles on SmackDown.
It used to be the IC, and it's like they keep flopping them. I'm like, I don't know what's
yeah.
anymore.
So it's like the undisputed title, the women's title, and both of the U.S. titles are on SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Io's theme song, I don't mind so much, but I've joked for a while now that like the way she comes out to the ring, she's stumbling around like she's freaking hammered.
Yeah.
Like she's drunk. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? She's stumbling around and I'm like, really? You can't like walk down to the ring like a normal person?
Apparently not.
Like, it's just weird. Yeah, and I am not crazy about her winning that title off of Rhea Ripley either. They basically made Rhea Ripley a transitional champion, and I'm pissed. I am not. I mean, Io's great. I love her to death. It's just like, okay, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh, it's a way for Triple H to pay back Io for all the hard work she's done. Her. Really?
No. Why not save it for WrestleMania?
Exactly.
Save that for WrestleMania.
Exactly. You want to give her a moment? Give her a WrestleMania moment where she can win the title at WrestleMania in front of, 60,000 people in Las Vegas. Even then, I don't think she should have the title because her last title reign was freaking awful. It was absolutely horrid. So I'm like, no. If we don't see Io as champion again, I'm perfectly fine with it because I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not feeling that at all. She's a great wrestler and everything, but yeah, you basically made Rhea Ripley a transitional champion after she finally won back the title that she never really lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was bogus. I was not happy about it. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You're making her look like a freaking idiot. Getting in a fight with Bianca Belair and all that other stuff. Really, do you honestly think she's stupid enough to be doing something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. She may have carried the division, Kyle, but the problem is that she had to relinquish the title because she was legitimately injured. Then they put the title on Liv Morgan, who I don't think she was a good choice either.
Oh no.
And then we had to sit there and watch and be tortured with Rhea and Liv over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, okay, can we just put the effing title back on Rhea, please? And originally their plans were not they weren't even thinking about taking the title off of Rhea before she got injured. they weren't even thinking about getting that title off of Rhea Ripley until after WrestleMania, sometime after WrestleMania this year at the soonest.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
so
like,
you
what
just, yeah, like, what the hell are you guys doing? You guys basically just made her a transitional champion. Congratulations. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not happy with it. I'm sorry. Like, and I get it. Io's great, but I'm not happy with it.
I mean, that is too. But still, like, why?
Why is Netflix allowed to make those kinds of calls? Then, is my question.
Exactly.
They know nothing about wrestling. I'm sorry. They don't.
No, they don't.
You know, they know nothing about wrestling or about the storylines or all of that stuff. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm not. I know, and that's the thing. It's like a three-way match. I'm over multi-person matches, whether it's the ladies or the guys. I don't care. Like, all these people have worked so hard. They deserve to have one-on-one matches where they get to shine. And I mean, you have 2 whole nights of WrestleMania, for Christ's sake. Figure it out. Like, you don't need to have three-way matches, and you don't need to have every single person on WrestleMania. I'm sorry. You just don't.
Nope.
And then to just make up a storyline simply just to get somebody on the show is totally stupid.
It's ridiculous.
So dumb. It's like, no, you shouldn't be just making shit up just to get people on the show. Well, that's the thing. It's like, Io, think about it. Okay, so they're probably not going to pin Io because she's the champion and that would look bad. You don't want to pin Rhea because Rhea is a very strong wrestler. She just lost the title. You don't want to pin her. And then you got Bianca, who's also a very strong wrestler, very good, and she's undefeated currently at WrestleMania. So you're not going to want to pin her either. It's like they've backed themselves into a corner with them. That's the problem, is they've backed themselves into a corner with this. Like, I was very happy that Bianca won Elimination Chamber. I was very happy because I'm like, finally, we're going to get Rhea and Bianca one-on-one. Freaking finally. I am so pumped for this.
And they take it
away.
away.
But now they take it away, and now they throw Io in the mix. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why?
Yep.
Why? Well, she deserves a WrestleMania match. Well, then put her in her own goddamn match.
You don't need to be in a title match.
She doesn't need to be in a title match. She doesn't need to be anywhere near the title. I'm sorry. She doesn't. You know? And then you got people online saying, oh, well, Io's really gotten over with the fans. Do you listen to him pop? Yeah. Compare the pop. Rewatch Raw last night. Listen to the pop for her and then the pop for Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry. It's deafening when Rhea Ripley comes out.
Yeah.
You can't compare. I'm sorry. No. So I think that's a stupid excuse anyway, because it's like they popped for Bianca too.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's dumb. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the multi-person matches. I think it's a cop-out, Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. It's still a paycheck bonus for the wrestler. I totally understand that. My point is, it doesn't need to be a three-way match. You want to get Io on WrestleMania, then give her own match.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a championship match. It doesn't need to be a 3-person match. It doesn't need to be a triple threat match. Give her own match then. Start a storyline for her if they feel that strongly about her and they want her on WrestleMania that bad. Start building a storyline for her in January or even December. Build a good storyline so it's like, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens next week on Raw. Ooh, now how is this going to play out for Royal Rumble? Oh boy, what now what's going to happen with Elimination Chamber coming up? Like, start building this up. Give her own match. So Ooh, Jeffrey, I like your thinking. What if Naomi costs Bianca?
That's a good,
That, ooh,
that would be a good SummerSlam match.
I think that would be, that would be, man, that's a really good thought, Jeffrey. So, Nick says Io Sky versus Dakota at WrestleMania with no title involved. I don't know because they're on the same team. I don't know. I was thinking more, you've got Ivy Nile, which she has had they've had interactions with each other with Ivy Nile. Also, you still have Asuka and you
Yep.
still have Kairi Sane that are out. And unless they both come back as baby faces, because Io and Dakota are babyface now. So unless they both or one of them comes back a babyface, I mean, it could be one of them coming back. But yeah, I mean, you can't guarantee obviously either of those ladies because they're both out with injuries. Yeah, Jeffrey, I like that. That way it protects Bianca. Like that's very, especially, dude. Have you seen some of the back and forth posts on Twitter between Bianca and Naomi today? They're playing into this. They are playing into this. This is good.
Yes.
This and Jade too. This is good. Oh my god. Like Jade was even like going back and forth with Rikishi.
What? I love it.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh. Like, holy
Bring the
cow. I was like,
father-in-law into
what?
it.
I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, she was going back and forth with Rikishi, and then
That's
Naomi was like, yeah, you don't talk to my pops. Oh my gosh, like they're really going for it.
oh my god.
Remember, guys, Naomi did it for The Rock. Did it for the people. I did it for The Rock. Now, wouldn't it be interesting, since Naomi just turned heel, what if because she said, I just thought of this, she said in her promo with Bianca on SmackDown, that she's got nobody's got her back. It's always been her against everybody else. Nobody has ever stood up for her, had her back. What if she were to join the other bloodline? Because she's a heel. What if she were to join the other bloodline?
Okay. Interesting.
But I don't know how realistic that is now, since there really hasn't been much like bloodline on bloodline stuff since Roman and Solo had their match, and kind of squashed everything. Oh, there you go. See, and I think that's what Jeffrey was hinting at before. So Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson with Naomi on SmackDown. Now, I like that if they were to call those ladies up. Yeah, and I never realized how tall Lash Legend was until Royal Rumble when I saw her in the ring with some of the other ladies. It's like, holy crap, she's really, really tall. Either that or some of those other girls are very, very, very short, like me. But man, I couldn't believe that. That was crazy. She's a very tall woman. But yeah, so I think that was, I think we were going to talk about, didn't Mitch say like Io and,
What did he?
Maybe not. I thought he said something about,
I think that was the last one.
That was the last one. Okay.
That was the last topic, yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
For some reason, I thought you brought up like the three-way with Io.
Maybe I did, but I
you
forget.
You didn't. I just looked at the
yeah, I brought up the Jeopardy thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
Yeah, we can do that next week. So next week, guys, we're gonna play WWE Jeopardy. So that should be pretty fun.
Yep, and watch me win. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So is it like an actual like downloadable game?
I'll share the screen as a website. Boom.
Okay. That's really good. See, I didn't even know they had anything like that. That's awesome. That's way awesome. I love it.
I did it with the basketball podcast. I've done it with football. So, yeah, very easy.
Yeah, that'll be super fun. So I'm sure there's gonna be other stuff that we'll talk about as
Yeah.
well before Jeopardy between Raw and SmackDown, so between Raw, I know we talked about a little bit about it tonight, but between Raw and SmackDown and other stuff that comes up, I'm sure we'll have other things to talk about too.
Maybe we'll
so.
talk about NXT Roadblock. Maybe.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Like I said, I'll be watching that tomorrow. So, but I didn't know
I'll be
this.
watching that tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't know that Wesley brought up that NXT is also on
Tubi, yeah.
Tubi, yeah, which I have because I have a smart TV, so I have Tubi on my TV. So I'll have to check it out. That's awesome. I didn't know it was on there. Very cool.
Yep, I'll check it out tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Nick and Xavier. They did a great job. Watch along. I was tuning in and out.
Yay!
Great job, guys. You guys killed it. Yeah, great show. Great show. Except for the trolling, but that's all good.
That comes naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
And you love it.
You missed me trolling you.
But he never got rid of me trolling him.
Stream.
I'm telling you, the phenomenal breakdown. I'm telling you, the phenomenal breakdown today. Me and her were just going back and forth. See?
Oh, I believe it.
Oh,
I 100% believe it.
You mean like that?
Like that, right? Yeah, like that.
Oh my gosh,
like
you guys
this.
are ridiculous.
Like that too.
Yeah.
And, oh, my bad.
Oh my god.
We need to give we have to have like some funny pictures. Like, you know how you have those apps on your phone that you can like when you put your phone in front of your face and it like puts like a mask over. I wish we had some like funny things we could. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
oh god.
That would be way awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Wesley, you're pretty much guilty.
Yeah.
But
he's guilty.
He's not guilty.
He's very guilty.
But really quick, guys, before we head on out, make sure you guys go check out Fanatics. If you go on the barcode on the right side, AJ Styles merch. The left side, Randy Orton merch. Fanatics. Go. Scan the barcode and boom.
Very cool. So that's it for tonight's show,
Nick,
guys.
hold on. Wait. I already finished my box of brownies.
Brownies are gone.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. I'm looking at the box. Yeah.
He gets so excited for brownie time, and then he's so sad when they're all gone.
Yeah, I gotta wait till tomorrow now. I gotta wait till tomorrow now.
Wow, you're sad about waking up tomorrow? Damn.
What?
Oh, you're sad about waking up tomorrow? Damn.
No,
That's the way you get
sad. No, I'm sad that I gotta wait till tomorrow for brownies.
Well, just think, Mitch. Mitch, you're a grown-up. That means you can eat brownies for breakfast if you want.
I could.
Brownies with ice cream for breakfast. That way you're getting your dairy in there too.
Ick.
Hey,
brownies with vanilla ice cream? You don't like that?
I'm not really
Oreos and peanut butter for breakfast before.
Yep, it's every single day.
Brownie Wednesdays.
It's every single night.
Brownie day is every day that ends with a Y.
Yeah. Yeah. I would never forget this. Sarah sent me and Denise a picture of her shopping and she found brownies. She sent it right to me.
I did. I was at Sam's Club. As I'm going around the corner, I see a gigantic display of bite-sized brownies. I'm like, oh my God, I have to send this to Mitch. I took a picture and texted it to him. I'm like, lettuce at the store, and I thought of
my
you.
my friend sends me pictures of that every week. He just goes sends it to me every week.
Are
did
you
send
serious?
A picture of my coworker sharing his
Yeah.
mini brownies too, the bite-sized brownies.
Yeah,
I
you
was
sent me
like,
that.
Mitch, come and get your brownies.
Oh my
We don't
God.
watch that.
Yeah,
Nick, we
Nick-
don't watch that crap.
Nope.
Nick, I didn't watch the pay-per-view live because I'm like, I'm not paying $50 for this crap, but I did go and check out the matches afterwards, like because they air them on YouTube and stuff. That main event match was horrid. It was horrible. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? Which that's what makes me not want to watch your pay-per-views. The shit just does not make sense. So yeah, I know. What a waste. Like they tried to duplicate like the Money in the Bank briefcase thing, and it did not work. It did not work. So they need to scrap that and not do that ever again. Bad idea. Bad idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the show for this week, guys. So thank you again for joining us. I really appreciate it. Again, this is exclusive to the Hardcore Sports Network as well as Stream Punk Entertainment. So please go ahead and subscribe to both of those channels. Please like the stream. It helps Denise and I out a whole lot. And please check out both channels on all of their social medias. So
Yeah.
other than that, I
We
hope
appreciate
everybody
you.
has a great. I appreciate you too, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for the support and the well wishes while I've been out. It really means a lot. I appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah. Sarah and I
but
will
yeah.
just be texting every day, like, "Oh, this person misses you. This person." Because people DM me asking when you were coming. They love you more than me.
Well,
They love you
naturally.
more than me.
Well, I appreciate that was just really, yeah, every day Mitch was like, how are you feeling? How's it going? Every day Mitch was checking up on me. So
Yeah.
but I really appreciate all the thoughts and the well wishes, guys. It was
Yeah.
rough there for a while, but I'm back now,
It's-
which is the important
Shout
thing.
out to Kyle and Day, members of the Stream Punk Entertainment. Shout out to them. Thank you
Nice.
guys so much for tuning in. So
Yeah,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
you guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, appreciate all the support and everything, everybody.
Okay, Dense. I forgot
Can't
all
mention
of.
Cassidy.
Well, Dense
That's
is
strike
funnier.
number 2, Jeffrey. Strike number 2.
Did he actually call you dense?
By accident when he was typing. It was a typo.
Yeah, and I was like,
that was strike
Dense.
number 1. This is strike number 2, Jeffrey.
And then I was just like, wait,
Oh.
Dense? I'm taking that and running with it.
Bitch, not you.
Oh my
ain't.
god.
Oh, by the way, I changed it in my phone. It's Dense in my phone.
Wow.
Oh my
Then you know what?
Change it to Mitchell Cassidy. I don't care.
Exactly what I'm
Mitchell
about to do.
Foley.
Mitch Koski is going to be turned into Mitch Cassidy. Exactly what I am about to fucking do. Look at what you started, Jeffrey.
Mitchie Bukas.
Yeah, that's Bunsey. He can't come up with his own joke, so he takes other people's. It's all good.
And you
It's
know
all-
what I'm gonna
that's
do?
so funny. I love it.
What I'm gonna do?
We appreciate you too, Nick. Thank you so much.
is I am going to add an orange next to the last name. Bam!
Okay, I'll put LA Knight next to yours.
You do that because LA, yeah. Good luck. What are you gonna put? Good luck.
Yeah.
What, LA Knight? I'll put Dense. Yeah.
Sense, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to head on out. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. Great show. See you guys next week. You guys can call me all the time next week. I don't care.
He does. He cares.
Guys.
All right, we'll see you guys. Have a good night.